digital inclusion is having meaningful access to digital services. So whether that's access to a mobile phone or high-speed internet, or also being able to use the services. You need to be able to have access to them, to use them, and to be able to afford them, importantly. So having the trifecta of all three and be able to meaningfully contribute to the digital economy. I would say the digital divide is one of the most profound challenges of our time. We know now, for all of us, that being online is really being connected to the world. It's being connected to friends and families. It's being able, in many cases, to do your job. It's access to commerce. And so thinking about those who are excluded from that system is critically important. And now, as we're moving into the age of AI, I would say that this challenge becomes even more acute because we're looking at those who are the digital haves and have-nots will become even starker. So at the World Economic Forum, we have a flagship initiative called our Edison Alliance. And there we're looking to connect 1 million people to meaningful digital services by 2025. I'm pleased to announce that we already hit our milestone a year ahead of schedule, where we're able to look at leveraging public-private partnerships to help us to close that gap. Looking at healthcare, financial services, and education as three critical areas. And now the forum is focusing its attention on how do we close the AI divide. So thinking about all the same challenges that we worked at with the digital divide, but really adding in that end piece of thinking about, well, you may have access to a mobile phone, but do you understand how to use it? Do you know how to use a large language model? Are those services available in your actual language to be able to then utilize those services? And so thinking about how are we helping people along their digital journeys to ensure that everyone is able to be included in the intelligent age. Few things I would highlight. One is in terms of skills, that we see a huge problem. Even those who perhaps have access and can afford it do not yet have the fluency or the ability to be able to utilize AI tools, so that's a big challenge. I would see too that there's a big divide in terms of infrastructure needs, that Serbia is making big investments into its data center, which is a great investment, but we're going to see big variations regionally in terms of compute power and what entrepreneurs, what researchers, what industry have access to different compute power. And there I think we're going to see a new category of digital haves and have-nots. So I think infrastructure is another key problem. And then of course financing. All of these things are very expensive when both the infrastructure needs but also the skilling and thinking about the potential for applications. So how are we ensuring that not just those who are currently economic powers are going to maintain and to strengthen that divide rather than to close it. So I would highlight these as three challenges and something that we will continue to have to deal with now as we move into the intelligent age. There's no one government, there's no one organization, there's no one company who's going to be able to solve this. That we at the World Economic Forum fundamentally believe that we need the multi-stakeholder community and that there's an important role for industry to play as really driving the innovation. Of course, government has a key role to play in helping to invest in their local populations and help with skilling and education. Of course, civil society has an important role, and important players like C4Air Serbia is doing an incredible job of connecting the local ecosystem. As well, I've seen so many young students here at the Biotech Forum, and so that's been really inspiring to see how you're able to bring up the next generation, connecting them with world leaders and helping them to inspire to be able to help solve some of these challenges like the digital divide.